guys, so today I'll be teaching you some stuff about Python here. So this is just to get you started into coding. So we'll start off by using Python. So here are some basics you need to learn before you can start coding your own games and other stuff. Maybe start working or any other stuff. So if we go into here, I am using Trinket.io. You can also use Trinket.io to help you code. So today I'll be teaching you guys about variables in coding. Variables are really important stuff that you need to learn. If you don't know any types of variables, then you won't know how to code. So here are some variables I will be teaching you. So we have something called a string. This is a variable. A variable is just like something that can help your code understand, and the variables are really important. So suppose we have something called a string. This is something called a string. So like an example of a string is maybe ABC, has to have quotation marks in it. Maybe 1, 2, 3 or ABC 1, 2, 3. So I use my name, so I'm here as a string. An integer is a whole number which can either be positive or negative. Some examples are like 16, 42, negative 68. So yeah, it has to be a whole number though. So like I chose the number 7 here. Now this is called float. Now I didn't have to do 8.0 because 8.0 equals 8. I could have done something like maybe 8.6. But we're going to be doing this. 8.0. So a float is a number with a decimal. It can be either positive or negative. Some examples are 16.42. 16.42. It is not an integer because it does not have a decimal point. It is a float because it has a decimal point in it though. I sometimes like to think floats like this is the integer number. So if we have the integer number, I like to think it as if it's on the ground. 0.42, since it's less than 1, I like to think it as if it is floating and it's not touching the ground, which helps me get a better understanding of floats. So some of my other examples are like a negative 36.48 and a positive 46.54. Now we have another variable called a Boolean. We can also call it a bool. So a Boolean are values that are either true or false. It can be 0 or 1 or on or off. So if you do coding equals true, that means that's a Boolean, meaning if it equals true, it is going to happen. Now if you do other codes, you can change it to false and all that. But we can maybe get on that in some other video. So what I wrote here was something that has all of these. So I wrote if coding, that's my if statement to tell what's going to happen. Then I wrote print string, I am coding in Python. Now I wrote here if number is greater than 10, print the number is greater than the 10. Now this is an integer. So, and then we're printing it as in a string. Elif is just another if statement, but in the same one. Basically how it works is that there's another if statement that goes with the same if statement, so then you just put elif. Number is less than 8. Print, this number is smaller than 8. And else is just like if the two if statements, if and elif won't work, or if it's just one if statement or something like that, then you write an else, like another statement, just to say what's going to happen if the if statement isn't activated or the elif statement isn't activated. So then I wrote else the number is between 8 and 10. So I wrote print it down here. So I wrote I am coding in Python because I printed it if coding, and How you know if coding is happening is because I put here coding equals true, a Boolean. And then that's how it comes in. I am coding in Python. And then I printed here if number is greater than 10, or if it is smaller than 8, or if it is between 8 and 10. So that's how it works. So these are all the variables that you need to learn before you start coding. See you guys next time.